Be honest, it's hard to carry your bad randoms, but let's make it easier for you, shall we? Today we're analyzing the top 10 brawlers you need to max out, both for ranked and for trophy matches, to always pick them and carry your team to victory. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Coming in at 10th place, we have our Milky Boy himself. I was always saying that a good Hank player can destroy everyone, even before they added his supercharged trait and his hypercharge. But everyone was ranking him at F tier. Well, no more. Hank is busted, and even though he received the HP nerf, it's still really hard to take him down, just because of the pure super cycling and the amount of healing you can get from using it. Before adding the tank trade, you had to be careful not to waste your supers. But now you can just press it even if you don't hit anyone, as you can get it back super fast just by taking damage. As for his build, I always use the shield gadget with the first star power because they're simply the better ones, and I never change from the health and damage gears. Hank's best counters are definitely anti-tanks, but the one that excels is actually Dynamite, as he can open up the map and deal so much damage with his super. Plus, not a lot of anti-tanks can contest the Hank when he's spawn trapping them, but Dyna can shoot behind those walls and he outranges him too. Hank is a really good brawler still, and one of my favorites, so you should definitely max him out. Now at number 9 we have the Balloon Boy. Look, I get it, Gus is really strong, but you shouldn't pick him in every ranked game. Avoid picking him in Brawl and Heist, and if your teammates already picked him mid. But apart from that, Gus is one of the few brawlers that didn't get nerfed in the last balance change, and trust me, he's too good to not get nerfed. His hypercharge allows him to deal some insane damage. He's basically a support, a sniper, and a damage dealer all at once. And even if they nerf his hypercharge or his damage, Gus is here to stay, and that's because of his shield. Not only does he deal insane amounts of damage, you can pick him earlier on, combine him with an aggressive last pick, give them the shield, and dominate the game. His build is simple. Always use the Cookie Popper gadget with the second star power, and for gears, I personally use health all the time because it's so underrated on Gus, and then shield in passive game modes or damage in more aggressive ones. Now, one of the best counters to Gus is and always will be brawlers that can outrange him, with the best one of them being Piper. If Gus doesn't have his shield gear, Piper can just hit one shot, gadget him, and get the kill. Simple, but overall, Gus is a great mid and definitely one of the best options for ranked, so max him out ASAP. Next up at number 8, we have the Korean man. Jaeyoung is the support brawler, but he's so much more than that. His supers make him the most versatile support brawler right now, as he can speed up his teammates and heal them up when needed. He's not the brawler that will deal the most damage or get the most kills, but he will help his teammates out and create a massive amount of pressure alongside them. To play him correctly, you need to have your teammates close to you to get value out of his first star power and be faster than Flash himself. But be careful not to do that when the enemy has piercing attacks. Like any support, you need to pay close attention to both your teammates and the opponent. But as for his other abilities, use the damage gadget alongside with the damage gear, and either the shield or the gadget cooldown gear. One brawler that I found really annoying when playing with the Korean man though is Crow. Crow can slow you and your teammates down with this gadget, and he has the healing reduction trait too, so it's super hard to support your teammates. But apart from that, if the enemy has a really tanky Jaeyoung comp, you should consider going anti-tanks with piercing attacks or supers, such as Amber or Griff, and completely feast on them. Jaeyoung is a really strong brawler overall, and I don't see him getting nerfed anytime soon, so definitely consider upgrading him. Coming in at number 7, we have the ghost that is haunting Star Park. Shade got a nerf, and we all laughed at it. You can still cycle your hypercharge super fast, and there's no way for the enemy to contest it. But for that, you need to play him on a good map, and if you're playing ranked, you need to pick him later on in the draft. Otherwise, he will get countered. Now, the one thing you need to do with Shade is to never waste your super. If you do, it'll take a while for you to get it back. But as for his build, it's actually pretty simple. Always use the first gadget, the second star power, and the shield gear. And as for the second slot, you can switch between the damage if you have tankier matchups, and the gadget cooldown one if you have tougher matchups. Now, Shade's best counters are tanks, but be aware that he can cycle hypercharges much faster against them. But the one tank that stands above everything else is Jackie, as she can shoot through walls too, so Shade can't do anything against her. Trust me, upgrade Shade as fast as possible. Supercell will nerf him, yeah, but his hypercharge is so strong that it doesn't even matter. Next up at number 6, we have the Backstabber. If you guys didn't know already, Lily is super strong. You just need to be a decent assassin player to fully take advantage of her. She's one of the best picks in Gem Grab, but she's also really good in other modes because she can isolate the enemy with her hypercharged super, which is impossible to miss, by the way. As for builds, I would go first gadget, second star power, and the gadget cooldown as well as the damage gear, but you can change to first star power and the shield gear if you have tankier matchups. Now a tip to use is to always try using your gadget at the start of the match to sneak up on the enemy, get close, and charge up your first super. Once you do, it's a matter of hitting those supers until you get your hypercharge. And trust me, this hypercharge can turn things around, especially if you add the gadget on top of it to re-enter the realm once you get the kill and escape. But you should know that Lily can't deal with really high DPS brawlers, so try not picking her into RT or Chester as they can destroy her up close. And even if they do nerf her, Lily will still remain one of the best brawlers in the game just because of that damn hypercharge, so upgrade her while you can. And number 5, we have the Cannonball. Bonnie skyrocketed from F tier to A tier just because of her rework. You can now get into your cannon form instantly and without waiting years for your super to get recharged. But once Supercell released her hypercharge, we all knew that Bonnie is now meta. She can stun brawlers, man. Why? Just be careful not to pick her in modes like Brawl Ball, because too much aggression is not good for her. As for her builds, always go the first gadget and star power and the supercharge gear, as you can charge up your super in 3 hits instead of 4. And for her second gear, I always use health, but you can experiment with the shield or the gadget cooldown too. But just because she's a single shot brawler, you can counter her by, let's say, spawning 3 spiders around you? Yeah, Charlie is the best counter to Bonnie by far, so look out for that. Apart from that though, Bonnie can easily secure a kill even against counters just because of the stun, so upgrade her immediately. Now if you had to max out one brawler that is good into literally everything, check this out. And number 4, we have the Flame Girl. Amber is literally the most versatile brawler in the game right now. She might not be the best, but she can literally be picked every single time, no matter the enemy comp. Well, not in Shooting Star against 3 snipers, but you get my point. She's not so recently got her hypercharge, and it's a guaranteed hit on at least 2 people because it's so damn big. That's what she said. Anyway, you can use her in all game modes and get value out of her every single time just because of how strong that hypercharge is. Now for her builds, I would definitely recommend buying both gadgets and using the spinny one when your enemies have high HP brawlers, but as for star powers, you only need her first one. Plus it also combines well with her first gadget, as you can passively charge up your hypercharge. Also the reload and damage gears are the better ones, but you can also buy the vision one for those bushy maps. But Amber really struggles against brawlers that outrange her, like I mentioned before, with her best counter being Belle, as she can consistently hit those shots against her and use her star power to steal all her ammo and completely shut her down. Overall though, she's the best at doing everything at once, so definitely max her out. Now it's down to these 3. But first, a short message from this month's sponsor. If you're a GBAB fan, you probably saw this already, so I'm sorry. But for all of you who haven't seen it yet, check this out. This is me playing wirelessly. But this is me again, still playing wirelessly but with Exit Lag mobile connected. The ping difference is insane, guys. And that's because Exit Lag is a game optimization tool that you can download and use today to reduce your ping. And no, it's not just for Brawl Stars. You can play over 800 mobile games such as PUBG or Code Mobile lag-free. It's truly a game changer for players that actually want to improve, but their internet connection slows them down. So if you're one of those players, you should definitely check out the link in the description or scan this QR code here to always have the lowest ping possible and win your matches with ease. But for that to happen, you should definitely consider upgrading these next brawlers. At number 3, we have Spider-Man's wife, the Spider Girl. Charlie recently got a huge range buff and instantly became super strong, so they tried to balance her by nerfing her spider gadget again. But guess what? Not only it didn't do anything to her, she also became one of the best brawlers in the game, and that's because of one reason: the kid meta. Charlie and Cordelius are the best kid counters because their supers can separate Kid from the brawler she is attached to. And with Charlie getting this range buff, not only does she have really good matchups overall, she can also counter Kid or prevent opponents from picking him. I usually use the second star power because you can get a lot of value out of the slow, especially if the enemy is grouped up, and her spider's gadget, of course. Yes, I'm talking to you, bad random. Don't you dare go the other gadget in my ranked games. For gears, I would either go shield or damage combined with the gadget cooldown gear to be extra annoying. But apart from that, her worst matchups are piercing brawlers, so you can go Amber or Janet to counter her. Amber is solid overall, but I would only pick Janet and Gem Grab. Personally, I don't think that Charlie being meta is a bad idea, even though she was quite toxic when she got released. And that's because the meta favors aggressive brawlers right now. And if I'm being honest, there aren't many counters to them, so I think this change was really good overall, and I would definitely max her out. Now, at number 2, we have the Metalhead Drummer Girl. Okay, that was cringe. Lumi was really strong. Then she got nerfed, but she remained a top tier brawler. And then Supercell added her Hypercharge into the mix, and now she's definitely one of the best brawlers in the game. Of course, her range nerf affected her a lot, and she's not that good in more open maps anymore. But if you think about it, leaving her Morning Stars on the ground actually increases her range if you back down. So no harm, no foul. Her best build is definitely her second star power and gadget, and as for her gears, I would go damage and shield every time. But if you really like her gadget, you can switch damage with the gadget cooldown one. Lumi is really squishy though, and while she can deal a lot of damage against tanks, she struggles against high mobility assassins, and that's why one of her best counters is Mortis. So be careful not to pick her alongside with a low DPS brawler in rank, because the enemy can destroy you if they pick the bat dude. Apart from that though, Lumi is literally good into anything else, and that's why you should max her out as soon as possible. But I also have some honorable mentions for you guys, in case you have like 1,000,000 gold saved up and you want to max out the best brawlers. So we have Draco, Cordelius, Finks, Artie and Mo, especially with their new hypercharges, Kaze, which I was going to include as our number 1 brawler, but she has a super high skill cap, and lastly Crow. But let's see who we didn't talk about. I'm curious, who can it be in that number 1 spot? Well, let me break the news for you. The freaking cat is busted again. Kid just got his new hypercharge and he suddenly became a top brawler in this meta. Of course, Supercell will nerf his hypercharge rate, but a hypercharge that good is still worth investing in. So the main thing with Kid is that you can charge it up quicker if you jump to your teammates and just hit your thrower shot. It's almost like Supercell wants to embrace those cheesy comps, but you can still charge it up quite easily just by patiently waiting and stunning opponents that are either isolated from their team or below 2000 HP for his super to finish them off completely. You can still stun them if you know your teammates are gonna help you with the kill though, so don't be afraid. It's all about getting that hypercharge. As for his builds, go the Invis gadget if you want to play him like an assassin, or the other one if you're a wuss and you're playing Daryl Kid comms and knockout. But for star powers, you should always pick the second one of course, and you can't go around with the shield gear and either the damage one or the gadget cooldown one, especially if you like going invisible a lot. But thankfully, this damn cat can get countered easily by using Charlie's or Cordelius' super, as I mentioned earlier. Kid is really strong overall, but he will get nerfed eventually, so upgrade him if you want easy wins right now. And with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you want to see more videos like these. But if you want to see how to actually become better in Ranked,
a new Ranked mode,
you should check out this video right here. Trust me, I put hours of research into it, so hopefully I'll see you there.